Good morning. Headed to Okotoks. No, we're not going to Okotoks. We're just headed that direction. Just unloaded in Calgary. We're, well, a little bit ago, out of Calgary. So I just turned off of Highway 2. We're on 2A now. Running empty. 2A. And then go on to Highway 22. Take Highway 22 south instead of Highway 2. Is about 25 kilometers shorter and about 20 minutes shorter, give or take. But I only take it when I'm empty. Because when you're loaded, it's a lot more hilly, a lot more curvy. And also a lot more windy. There's only 14 kilometer winds on there yesterday when I came. Yesterday? No, today morning. Was it yesterday? I think. Yeah, it was today morning. Huh? Got up like at 3 a.m. Not making it home today, but I will get loaded today in Elko and then probably 3 or 4 hours of drive time after that. And then tomorrow morning I'll get up early again and head home. Why early? Because if I head home early, I'll still be able to get going Sunday late at night. And deliver first thing Monday morning. Could leave Monday morning. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, looks like a super big grain truck in front of us. Let's see if he's empty or full. I think he's full. It's taking a little while to get up to speed. That's a downside to taking this way. You could be stuck behind traffic. It is all two-lane highway. But as long as we're not stuck behind traffic more than 20 minutes worth of extra time, we're still not losing out going this way. Yeah, we don't really go through Okotoks. Okotoks is all kind of north of us here. It's cold out. Minus 24 Celsius. Let's turn that radio down. Hopefully there's a passing lane here soon. I somehow remember there's one here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. So today morning was fun undoing the straps because they were soaking wet when I strapped down the load. So it was what, plus 7 or 8 or something like that when I was loading this load. And then today morning now I had to unload it, and those straps in minus 24 are frozen solid. And then one other thing I didn't think about, the straps in my toolboxes in the trailers are all soaking wet, frozen solid. I can't even unroll them. If I had a load here in Calgary, I couldn't do it. So I brought a whole bunch of the straps. I left the ones I used on this last load, I left them in the toolbox, and then brought 12 more straps and put them in the front floor over here on the passenger seat. I'll let them thaw out while I drive down to Elko empty so that I can strap down the load. Because the load I was delivering here only required a few straps. It's really heavy lumber. And it's only belly wrapped, so I put a strap every 4 feet. There's no belly wrap and an upper layer wrap with this kind of lumber. It's only 2 layers high, so. Yeah, legally I need to put a strap at 5 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet. I put a strap every 4 feet. Overkill. And even then it uses a lot less straps than the load I'm going to pick up now at Elko, which is going to require belly straps and upper straps, so twice the amount of straps. I think I timed this out well. Like, when can I start speeding up? Set cruise control. Yeah, the roads aren't slippery at all. They're solid pavement. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. They're not slippery, not wet or icy or anything. I mean, there's a little bit of snow in the center, so cruise control is okay right now. If all of a sudden I get a little snowpack or it looks like they're wet, shiny, I'll definitely have to take cruise control off. There we go. Rocky Mountains in front of us, way back there in the background. Thin little blue line. Excuse me. Thinking, is 12 straps enough? Brought 12 straps up here. So belly wrap, use the ones I did. Belly wrap, use those, there should be enough. Yeah, that 12 straps should be enough. If not, okay, 12 straps will be plenty to be legally secured. Will it be enough to have a strap every 4 feet on the belly wrap and then every 4 feet on the upper wrap? I don't know. So my winches are all 2 feet apart, so I can way overkill loads in with strapping. The reason you need winches every 2 feet apart is if you're carrying really heavy pallets or something like that. You need to throw 2 straps over each pallet, which does not happen very often, but sometimes we haul bricks that is heavy enough that one strap is barely legal or just under legal. So if we ever get loads that are close to the legal line, I just throw 2 straps. Throw extra. It's easy. Chance of it making a difference is very, very, very slim. less than 1% that it'll make a difference throwing an extra strap. But darn it, that 1% makes or breaks you. Can change that from a rough stop to a very bad day if you don't throw the extra strap. What do we got here on the road? We're gonna go wide. Oh, it's just a garbage bag. Okay. I thought it was an alligator. A blown out tire, I mean. Foothills of Alberta. Almost said Alberta. And trust me, those mountains are spectacular in person. Just beautiful mountains. On camera, they're like tiny and way in the background, and I'm always disappointed how tiny they are on video because, well, I use a wide angle lens on this thing, so my feet are getting a bit warm. The thing is, I want a lot of heat at the feet. Thaw out those straps. Hopefully it doesn't make too much of a mess because it will leave water puddles. Hopefully they're not mud puddles on the floor mat. Oh, and just trying to get my straps out of the toolbox. That was another issue. Holy smokes. First I started kicking the straps and said, come on, get out of there. Kick, nope. Tried prying them, nope. Okay, went and got the hammer out of the cab and started hammering away because they're just frozen in. Because the bottom of the toolbox, well, all these straps went into the toolbox wet. All that moisture has seeped down and there was like half an inch of water on the bottom of the toolbox. So all these straps are sitting in the bottom of the toolbox, frozen to the toolbox and frozen to each other. So I had to hammer away to get 12 straps out. If I had the spare time, like while he's unloading me, he would unload a bundle and drive around the yard and put it in the right place. So between each bundle, I had time to hammer away and didn't take any extra hours of service time. Lighting club, cool. I think this is where I missed speed limits. I remember this somehow. Hopefully this is okay footage. I know it's not very bright out, but the clouds are such thick coverage. I noticed in past videos the snow always looks gray on. Might be my monitor, I'm seeing it wrong, but trust me, the snow is beautiful, pure, white as white can be. That's one thing about leaving bales out on the fields here in the prairies. It gets so cold, they freeze solid and they don't rot. Only spring and fall is when bales start rotting, so and mostly spring. Fall, the moisture, it's a drier time of year, so there's not a lot of moisture, not a lot of rain before the snow starts, and then bales freeze solid, and bring them to your cattle all winter long if you need to. There, I think this is the speed limit I've missed before. Welcome to Black Diamond. That's a new sign. I just didn't mess up the audio because I just yanked the cord. Bumpy roads here in the winter. Roads always get quite bumpy. Timmy's. No way for big rig drivers to get there, or else there would be big rigs pulled over. In fact, I see some marks over here. They might have pulled over there.
On Highway 22.
Because, you know, us truck drivers gotta have our Timmies. I don't drink coffee, but most truck drivers have to have their Timmies. If you're running in Canada, you're stopping at Timmy's. We stop there every now and then, get
Turn left
hot chocolate and a donut or two. Or 12. It's a fairly small tow truck.
On Highway 22.
Definitely slipping and sliding. In town here it's slippery. Hopefully when we get back to highway speed it's not. My ankle's feeling better in this truck though. Ankle and knees are better in here. No clutching, no shifting. Automatic works pretty good in this thing. I find it doesn't shift soon enough. The RPMs go way too high in my opinion. Sometimes it'll go right to 20, 21 before it shifts down. It's like, you could be downshifting, or not downshifting, upshifting a little sooner than that. Southbound on 22. We'll skip time forward a bit. Yeah, a bit of blowing snow over here. Definitely windier up this way. No more cruise control. There's a little too much snow on the road for me to feel comfortable with cruise control. Also, jake brakes are off. If all of a sudden I feel a slip, you take your foot off the throttle and the jake brake kicks on, your jackknife just like that. So if it's slippery enough, you don't want to... so reasons why you don't use cruise control is, so you're driving down the highway, no cruise control, you feel a slip, you take your foot off the throttle, your jake brakes are off, just take your foot off the throttle and let the vehicle roll naturally, everything straightens out, you're good. If you've got jake brakes on, your tractor brakes, but your trailers don't, so your trailers keep pushing you and jackknife you and mess you all up. If you have cruise control on and you feel the slip, the throttle stays in. Now you're fishtailing. So instead of naturally taking your foot off the throttle, you're doubling down and hitting the throttle and wiping yourself out. So slippery conditions, kill the cruise control and jake brakes. If you feel a slip, don't hit the brakes. Just let off the throttle. And keep driving it. Keep driving. And if you're in the ditch, keep driving it. You're not done driving your vehicle until you're to come to a complete stop. If you hit the ditch, you're still in control of steering that vehicle and trying to regain control, make the situation as pleasant as possible. Aim in between those trees. Don't look at those trees, look at the spot between the trees and go, okay, that spot right there, I'm aiming there. Make your day better. You're never done driving until you've stopped moving. Even if you're in a crash, also if you're in a crash and it's low visibility, slippery, and all of a sudden you come upon an accident and didn't have time to stop, you hit the back of different vehicles, you've come to a stop, you've crashed. If there's no immediate danger behind you, there's no big rigs, no other cars coming at you right now, get out and get forward, move forward, get away from your car because you couldn't stop in time. The big rig behind you is not going to stop in time either and cream the next 5 or 6 cars. So get forward if you're ever in a big multiple vehicle accident. I've come up to accident scenes where I was at night, couldn't see anything, just a single vehicle, well, 2 vehicle accident, but one vehicle on the road, couldn't see a thing. All of a sudden I saw a little cell phone flashlight type of thing waving, and I said, what is this? I slowed down, I don't know what this is. So I went into the hammer lane and all of a sudden I started hitting debris from crashed cars and narrowly missed hitting a car. So I hit the brakes, pulled over, got my lights out, my emergency lights, and hurry ran. You guys are okay? Yes, okay, and went and put the lights out. And then I realized they still have their kid in their car. Get out, get into the ditch, get far away from your vehicle. And don't get into the ditch and climb out on the other side. Over here, get down to the fence, get far away. In your vehicle is no longer safe. As long as there's no immediate danger. If you have somebody behind you, look in your mirror, you see someone coming, stay in your vehicle until there's nobody else coming and then get out and go, because you're safer in the vehicle than getting hit by the vehicle outside of your vehicle, right? So think it through before, try not to panic. Go, okay, I've been in an accident, Okay, there's no cars currently coming down the road to hit me. Get out, move down the road. Now we'll call 911. How'd I get on that topic? I don't know. Trucker Juan gives advice. I'm a professional. Trust me. I'm just repeating what I've learned. And if you feel I'm wrong about something, let me know. We can be friends even if we have differences of opinion, if we believe things differently. It's something that today's society can't understand. We're so divisive. Oh, you're left, you're right. Oh no, we can't be friends. I'm friends with left and right, extreme left and extreme right, and in the middle, and I'm friends with everyone. If you're a super conservative Christian, I can be your friend. If you're super far left, I can be your friend. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your race is. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I can be your friend. Just because I don't agree with your beliefs doesn't mean we have to hate each other. Enough hate in this world. I don't want to get into politics and stuff like that. This channel is open for everyone. This channel is completely open to everyone. I'll tell you what my belief. I am a Christian. I'm conservative, libertarian, but I have really good friends, really good Christian friends, really good gay friends, LGBT, we don't have to hate each other. I've got great transgender friends. Some of my best friends, family, are on extreme opposites. I have family that is super, super conservative. I have family that is super, super liberal. And I love them all. So if you're a Christian, you don't like what I'm saying here, listen to this. I've read the Bible. There's a couple verses in the Bible, especially Old Testament, that say man should not lay with man, things like that. Read the other things the Old Testament says about how thick of a stick you can beat your wife with and stuff like that, and stoning people for crimes. There's some pretty messed up stuff in the Old Testament. So take it with a grain of salt. Think about, if you're a Christian, you're a follower of Christ. So what did Christ say? And Christ said, love your neighbors as thyself. I live by that. Love your neighbor as thyself. Don't hate everyone. Don't dismiss someone. Yes, you can believe what you want to believe. I have strong feelings about what I believe. A strong Christian. And please, drop comments down below. No hate. Hate will all be deleted. But you can say, hey, I'm a Muslim and this is why I disagree with you. You can say, hey, I'm Asian and this is why I disagree with you. I'm white as white can be. You can say, I'm a lesbian and this is why I disagree with you. You can have a civil conversation. No hate mail though. I'm tired of the hate. Can't we just get along? And dear Christian, what kind of example are you setting when you push other people away? How are you going to witness? If you believe that gay guy right there is a sinner and going to hell, so you're going to push him away? No, you befriend him. How are you going to convert anyone if you're going to push them away? How does that make any sense? Read your Bible. Follow what you actually believe in. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Yep, that's I follow Jesus' word. That is, I fail at it. I'm a bad Christian. All Christians are bad Christians. We all fail. Sometimes I fail miserably and treat someone with disrespect that I shouldn't. As humans, we make mistakes. Recognize those mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. And respect other people. Include everyone. Having said that, don't push that to the extreme where you will allow someone to abuse you or disrespect you. You still have to protect yourself too, right? You can't be hated on someone else. Be around people that build you up. Apparently it's Rants with Trucker Kwan today. I don't know, let me know. How do you feel? I've got good friends that are atheists through and through. And yes, I can be friends with them. Just because I don't agree in the same beliefs as you do. I've got a friend that's a Sikh. We've got a Muslim friend. We even believe in the same God, don't we? We have similarities. And yes, I know I'm white. I understand. Okay. I understand white privilege a little bit more than some white people do because of the way I grew up. I know I'm white, but I was called a dirty Mexican and told to go back home where I belong many times when we lived in Ontario for, what was it, 3 years? 3 years I was a minority, and it taught me so much. I know it's just a little snippet into racism, and it was white people calling me a dirty Mexican, even though I was white, but I came from a different culture. And no, I'm not from Mexico, but I came from the culture that locally in that area, most of those people were from Mexico, so I was thrown into that crowd. Yes, I've got a Spanish name, but doesn't mean I'm Mexican. I was born in Belize. Both of my sisters are Belizeans. My brother's a Mexican. My brother was born in Mexico. We lived in Mexico for, I don't remember how long, but it was just a year or two as well. My parents were both born in Mexico. My grandparents, all four, I think, were born in Saskatchewan, Canada. And my great-grandparents were born in Russia. World Wars I and II moved our family all over the place. So I understand a little bit about racism, more than other white people. I understand the white privilege, because now that I'm not being picked on, it was only a few years there, 3 years that I had serious racism. I've got other discriminations too, but everybody's been picked on, right? But the racism kind of card, even though I'm white on white, it was still, what have we got here? Cattle drive in progress. Okay. But having said that, I think us white people need to get out of the racism debate. We don't have the right to say I don't see color. It's like, of course I see color. You're black, you're brown, and you're yellow, and I'm whatever color I am, beige. There's a lot of poo on the road. Yep, we're in the Wild West. I can't see over the hill, so don't need some oncoming traffic blowing by at high speed. It looks like there's a lot more cattle that way. Okay. Yes, we still have Wild West here every now and then. We still have cattle drives. I wasn't expecting to run into one, but we got some oncoming traffic there, so we'll have to figure this out. Got to really take our time, because you never know when they're gonna decide to go in front of me. Just like that. Interesting. Don't see that every day. .60-kilometer winds today. Ooh, it's windy gonna. Next little bit's gonna be windy. We got another about 45 minutes left on this highway, so this section is gonna be very windy. Making good time down this highway though. No real traffic issues or anything like that, so. Unless I see anything else cool, I think I'll call it a day. So thank you guys for watching. Please do let me know below your thoughts and feelings. Hopefully I haven't offended anyone, because that is not my intention. My intention is to do the exact opposite. Befriend everyone, both sides of the fence, all four sides of the fence, 100 sides of the fence. There's a lot of fences. It's just too cool not to shoot another video. Turning off. Where are we turning off? Okay, down there. Still on Highway 22 southbound. Trying to get momentum going uphill. At least it's not slippery. Yeah, still making a lot better time on this highway than if I had taken Highway 2. I definitely don't recommend taking Highway 22 for everyone. It's definitely a more treacherous highway. save you 20, 30 minutes. But if you are at all a little bit nervous driving in snowy weather, stick to Highway 2, avoid 22. There are a few snowpack slippery sections. So beautiful. I wish you guys could experience the mountains firsthand. A lot of you have, and the people that that have experienced it, you know that this camera's doing the mountains no justice. In fact, you guys probably can't even see the mountains in the clouds there. I see these beautiful mountains in there. Mountains right in front of us extend into the U.S. and it's Glacier National Park in the U.S. Here they go into Waterton Park. Both parks well worth the visit. Glacier National Park is a little more epic because the way you drive over and through these mountains, so beautiful. If you've never done that road trip, it is worth it. Be worth spending a couple of days in Glacier National Park, weeks, maybe even months. Can't go wrong with that park. Whatever that sign is, the lights are not flashing. Extreme wind gust next 20 kilometers. Oh, I was thinking they're pretty extreme now. There's times when they go really, really extreme. You would not want to drive down here with a van. Like the rig that's coming here, oncoming, if there's extreme wind over here, he would not want to be on this highway. He's not a van, he's just a China top, curtain sides. Why do we call them China tops? Is that racist? We always call them China tops or curtain sides. Should we be calling them curtain sides? Someone let me know. Because we can all be racist because we're ignorant. If I offend someone because I'm ignorant, please educate me. Massive clouds. Every now and then the wheels hit a little slippery section. I can feel it. Get the wheels on enough snow. Gusting wind here. If it was snowing right now, it'd be a whiteout. Instead, we just got drifting snow. Building up some snow drifts here and there too, so gotta watch for those. Especially bridges can get some pretty nasty drifts, and if they catch you off guard, they could throw you in the ditch pretty easy. And you can see they're starting to build up there on the shoulder. Put your wheel in a drift like that, truck all of a sudden makes a very sudden right-hand turn. You don't want to make a sudden right-hand turn. Holy smokes, it is windy. Ah, yes. The memories. I love it. Yes, I got a huge smile on my face. Loving this. Absolutely loving this. If you would find this stressful, don't be out here. Not worth it. Not worth it driving stressed out. Whenever the roads get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm tense, white knuckle, it's time to just stop. Take a break. Let dispatch know road conditions are too bad. Take a break. Take half an hour. Try again. If they're still bad, pull over again. This is awesome. Know your skill level. Don't go beyond your skill level. Woo-hoo. Wherever you can see the snow, it's like hitting a wall of wind. The more snow that's blowing across, I didn't like those, but it's like, slow down a bit. I don't know how deep those drifts are. The more snow there is blowing, the windier it is. So when you see lots of snow and then no snow, be ready for the sudden impact of getting slammed left or right. Right now I got the steering wheel at quite the angle towards the right. So if all of a sudden I see a patch where there is no snow, I'm going to all of a sudden have to quickly turn left, or else I'll end up in the ditch. This is awesome. So windy. This isn't even considered extreme yet. And slowly dying over here. It's good. Not a sudden transition. The sudden transitions usually happen. Watch for trees, like lines of trees. If there's a little patch of trees, if there's a fence, some housing, they can really stop the wind pattern and they can throw you into the ditch. Also important to pay attention to that when you're riding motorcycle. And that goes for the summer too. If you real extreme wind, wind's coming in from the right going left, so pay attention to any kind of structure on the right hand side. If all of a sudden there's a clump of trees, watch out. They may affect the wind on the road. Fences, houses, any obstacles will affect the wind you're getting. So that much more crucial when the roads are a little slippery. A little more snowpack over here. We got 8 kilometers to go before we're off this highway, and Highway 3 was really nice yesterday and today morning. Of course, that could have changed. That was 3 a.m. Roads were good at 3 a.m. Who knows what they are now? Conditions can change. Okay, that's pretty cool. There was a little gust there. My truck didn't cross the yellow lines, but the trailer sure did. The trailers are not following the truck. They're walking kind of sideways down the road. There's a lot more trailer in my left mirror than in my right mirror. Which means the wind, because of the slippery snow surface, is actually pushing the trailers over. And that's flatbecks empty. Imagine fully loaded a van or a curtain side. Empty van would not be fun on this. Loaded, you might be okay, but empty might get dangerous. When I worked in Pincher Creek for 2 months, Highway 2, on the really extreme windy days, we saw so many big rigs laying on their side along Highway 2. There were days that I could not walk outside. I would go outside to receive a truck, and I could not walk back to the receiving door. I had to get on my hands and knees and crawl back because it had so much snow and then thawing and freezing. Everything was slippery ice. It was glassy ice, and then the windstorm hit. I could not walk back. That's how windy it was. Go right along the side of the building, get on your hands and knees, crawl back. Here's the receiver and the truck driver crawling along the side of the building to get into the building. It was hilariously awesome. Yeah, I was there to help build the store, and once it was built, help train the new staff. It was a blast. One of my favorite store setups I've ever been at. Good memories. Good lifetime friends made out of that too. Even though I don't see them or talk to them all that often now. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys. I don't know. That was a heck of a bump. I may see you guys tomorrow, but I think it'll be early enough. I'll get home early enough. It might still be dark. I'll probably have 5 to 8 hours of drive time tomorrow. But it'll probably be in the dark in the first thing in the morning, like at 3 a.m. again. So if it is on dark, next video will be on Monday. So thanks for watching. Tune in on the weekend to my Q&As. Feel free to ask or talk to me about any kind of subject on Q&As. The only request I have is let's start the conversations. No arguments, no fighting, no hate. Constructive conversations. I don't mind if you disagree with me. If you are super conservative or super liberal, you're all invited. Thanks again, guys. You guys absolutely rock. God bless.